Man, there's something about your love itself to this world, and it's holding me steady. And to be honest, I don't like asking you for nothing, but you say nonsense, use my father. You take care of me. And when the pressure turn up inside, and I drop on my knees and pray, then you show up like a boss, and all I can say is, my mind, fearful left, right, and center, can't escape your love, I surrender. You take my breath away, you keep blowing my mind. Every day you is my defender, breaking Satan's agenda. You give me victory, my heart will say, oh, 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 oh. My heart will say, oh, 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 yeah. Look at the man, they say had 3 months to live, but that was 3 years ago. And look at the sister with the 3 kids that used to sell at the side of the road. Now she got your own store. And look at the boy the teachers give up on, said that he will never learn. Yeah. Now my boy got his first degree. His life is a testimony.
Oh yes, a blessed and pleasant good afternoon to everyone tuned in. Good evening, might I say. Everyone tuned in to Hope 103.1 FM, Hope 94.1 FM. It's indeed a pleasure to be in your company on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. And you guys don't normally see me here on that particular day, on that particular time. But nonetheless, I'm here today because I have something special that I want to, invite everyone to, all our listeners or viewers. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're listening from, on radio, I want to encourage you to take an opportunity to share. I have a very special guest in the studio with me. Might I say guests? I have like 2 guests, 3 guests, but only 2 would be with us live on camera, on microphone. So let me invite Miss Woodruff to say good evening to us. Good evening to you, Cardi. How you doing? Welcome to Hope 103.1 FM, 94.1 FM. It's indeed a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Justin. It's indeed my pleasure to be here, and I love the name of your station to begin with.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, it's so appropriate. Hope never fails,
Not
right?
at all. Never runs out.
Never runs out. Thank you for having me, and I will certainly enjoy the next couple of minutes of chatting with you, because I always do.
All right. Well, I guess we were supposed to connect a little while now, but life have its way of doing its own thing sometimes.
Yes, and we have to be patient.
When the time is right, nobody can stop it.
That's true.
So it's good to have you with us today. So I want to take this opportunity to get our other guests inside with us. Let me just make some quick adjustments here, so we'll be good. 1 second. Okay. All right, Colleen. So this guest, you'll have to introduce her.
Oh, hi, Rachel.
Oh, sorry. Just 1 second, Rachel. Sorry, don't speak yet. Oh my God, she's blowing my mind. All right, Rachel, you're good to go.
Okay. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you with us, of course. And I hope and pray that this goes very well. No crack, no slow business, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I didn't want to say it because they might sue me. So I say no slow business. You got to read between the lines, right? I hope your internet works very well.
We got you. We got you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Carleen, once again, welcome to you and Rachel. And you're here to promote a very special woman event. I was looking at your flyer again, and I was like, well, Women's International Day went last week. This is International Women's Day Conference.
Usually on so one.
Yeah, but it's always a good time to have a conversation, and I think we initially started to speak about this since last year in November. And it's just never late to have a conversation regarding things that are burdening us, things that we are worried about, things that we have concern about, and if we have information that we can share to make someone else's life better,
Yeah.
impact it in a positive way, I think we owe ourselves the opportunity to share.
Okay.
I think sharing is very important, and I think
Awesome.
that's what this is about.
Yeah, well, I believe as we do here at Hope FM, there's no season and time to deal with life issues. And I think people, the more they hear is the more aware they are. And a lot of people make mistakes because they lack information. They don't have knowledge to make good decisions, and so they make poor decisions. So having a conference, I mean, I had conference. We had a women conference last week. The ladies at this ministry, we had a women's conference last week. We, not me, they had, right? And it was good. It was a success. So there's another, sorry guys, they say it always have things for women, but nothing for men. Why?
You see, we are in this together.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are better as women, we will be better nurturers, we are better mothers, better sisters, better aunts, better everything. So it's not giving something to women means the entire society is better.
Right.
I think we cradle life, we give life, we nurture life. So let us empower ourselves to be better, and it's never too much. It's
Okay.
never too much. And it's
Awesome.
never too late.
All right, well, let's get into it. I know you guys have a lot to talk about. I'm here to listen and to learn and to ask a few questions. All right. But at the end of the day, I hope that we will do justice in terms of disseminating the information to the people and letting them know why they need to be at this conference, this particular one. I remember it wasn't last year, but probably 2 years ago when they had the International Men's Day. And we had a big celebration for men. I think it was like a whole week. I look forward towards the next one, and there was none. But it was wonderful. And I'm thinking, I'm not aware of any conference of that nature for women in the past 5 years in Grenada. If you know of it, you can tell me. But I know we had quite a bit of men flying in, and we met at the Crown Ballroom at Radisson, and there's a whole lot of activity. But this will be similar because the place you're choosing is to house quite a bit of people. Because Gateway, which is the place where you'll be conducting the conference, is a huge building. So that is saying, what is that saying, Carlin?
We're saying like we want everybody to come.
Yeah.
Everyone is welcome. There's a seat at the table for everybody. And I think that is one of the reasons why we chose that environment where diverse people, everyone, there is a place for everyone, and that's what is important. And I think when we initially thought about it, we looked at several locations, and when we came down to it, this suited what we wanted to achieve, which is to really share. As I keep saying that word, I don't want to break the record, but it's really about, in part, the three speakers we have is really people who are experienced in what they do. They are givers by nature. They share all the time, and to empower people to make better decisions in their life. And that is the end goal. The information that will be shared by these speakers is really for you to make better decisions in life. And even if you, as an individual who might be in a situation as such, doesn't come, but your neighbor might come.
True.
Your cousin will come. And they too can help you navigate wherever you are to make you that better person and put you in a better place.
All right. So let's press rewind, and I needed you or Rachel to tell me, what are we talking about? Because we heard a woman conference, we heard a place, we didn't talk about a time, we didn't talk about a date. But for some people, they may not know what we're talking about, but they probably perceive by now it's a woman's conference. So what is the name of that conference, and why? Why the name The Pivot?
The conference is the pivot, purpose to power, and it's designed for women. We are engrossed in so many things when it comes to our work, our homes, our families, and we're constantly changing. And sometimes we don't have sufficient clarity and confidence that's needed to move through those things intentionally and with us, and to come out better with ourselves. So that's the reason why we thought we would call it from purpose to power, because sometimes we don't always have the intention we're doing or why we're doing.
Okay, wonderful. Caroline, would you be able to elaborate a little bit on from purpose to power? Are we assuming that everybody knows their purpose?
Well, I think the assumption is that some people need to find that. And sometimes even when we think we are where we're supposed to be, sometimes we come to the realization that we're actually still in the wrong place. So it's a team that challenges us to really rethink where we are, why we are making some decisions in our lives. The pivot just means that you're pivoting, you're changing, you're constantly looking to. Mm-hmm. So you want to strive, you want to do something. And being in your purpose gives you power, gives you that clarity. And I think it is critical that everybody understands that they work together. Your purpose and your power work together. You can't have either without each other. So once you find one, you'll find the next.
So Rachel, what does the power look like? She talk about the purpose. You tell me.
It's literally. Sorry. Is that are you hearing that yourself?
I'm trying to. I'm not sure if it is your internet that is causing that.
Maybe. We won't call him. So like what it says, it's standing in your power. It's in your life, being confident with where you're going, about having, and it's being able to evolve and move in strength. But then it also looks at how we impart others, because women, we do have influence so many people in our lives, our children, our partners, and it's how we use that in as a source of good, I would say.
Okay, so I think we might have to interpret what you're saying. So Caroline will say what she heard, and I will say what I heard, because I don't want our listeners to miss anything. I know that's one of the things with when you're using those platforms, sometimes internet can be really bad, and we don't have no control over that. I wish I could have heard you just like I'm hearing Caroline right now.
Yes, and I didn't hear everything that Rachel was saying and explaining, but one of the words she used is strength.
Wow.
And that's so vital, that people recognize their individual strengths. We are not all the same, and we are not all the same for a reason. So therefore, you need to find your strength. And that, again, is your power, your purpose. You have to find it in yourselves. What is your strength? What is your purpose? What is your power? And once you do that, then you come to a peace. You find that settled place. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And the speakers that we have will challenge you to find that peace in you, where you can find that strength to move forward in confidence as a woman, and conviction and power.
Okay. Something she mentioned that I thought was an excellent point, in that not just when you find it, you boast in it and bask in it and feel good about it, but what do you do with it? Because, many women they are a bit selfish. They have great potential. I mean, and they know a lot, but they don't help a struggling woman. They don't think about how to pass that on to the younger generation. And most people you hear they say I'm a product of my mother or my grandmother or my auntie, and that's because someone took the time to invest what they have into them and into them. You know, it's amazing. My camera just froze on the screen with you with a smile on your face.
Yes.
I can't understand it.
At least I was smiling.
I can't understand it. Okay, so hold on a second. My friend told me that we are having some echo, and
that's me.
trying to figure it out. Let me just check something out here. Okay.
The spiritual nature of rape.
Okay, that's not that. All right, these guys. Okay, so Nautica, you will let me know if it is better. No, please, if you're listening. All right. So, Rachel, you change your cover your head instead of. You decided to put on a headpiece.
I'm hoping it works.
Yeah, hopefully it does.
think it has.
Yeah,
It's actually sounding a little better.
yeah, just a little.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so let's pick up. Let's continue. What's on your mind, Rachel?
Just to speak to your point where you said that sometimes women can be a little bit selfish and don't support. Many women, even though they may have been poured into by their aunts, their mothers, are still living in survival mode. And you cannot pour into somebody else unless you're in a space where you yourself are whole. So you know something about pouring from an empty glass. If you're not whole yourself, sometimes there are people that you may, with all the best in the world, want to help, but you can't. You're in survival mode yourself. So this is the reason why we're bringing women together and looking at three of the main areas where sometimes we do fall short. It's in health, finances, relationships, and most particularly parenting. And it's just looking, and this is why it's purpose to power. So looking at what is your purpose? Why do you show up every day? What means the most to you? And then looking at how you can be the best version of yourself in all of those areas, so that you can impart that to others who are around you. But you really cannot do that unless you start living from your own power and in a space where you're no longer in survival mode, but looking at how you thrive. And that's the purpose for having those powerful speakers who can support us in looking at how we set boundaries, how we show up. And looking at the impacts that we have on those that are around us. It's usually the thought that women don't work together, but I think you kind of get what you focus on. I see that so much women don't work, but I would say that I have a strong army of women around me. If you look for women who want to work, who want to grow, to develop, you're going to find it. If you look for women bearing each other, you're going to find that too. You literally get what you look for. So it's really this is a day where you take a day away for yourself around other women who are coming with a like purpose to see how they can grow. So we're going to be in a room with women who want to network, collaborate, support each other. So no better place to be if you're looking at women who are looking at supporting each other.
Okay, Awesome.
I hope that came out all right. Still hear an echo.
Yeah. I'm not sure why. What's going on your side? Yeah. Think they probably made some upgrade recently to the
In the
stuff. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what happened because I can see so many different things on that. It was not the way it was, so we got to figure it out. All right, but Carlene, go ahead. I know you got something in your mind.
No, I think Rachel wrapped it up really well because, you know, it is always something that is said. And if we don't recognize our own brokenness, we can't help each other. And there is so many women who are in survival mode in our society, in our communities. You know, it's just getting, you know, the syndrome of just getting it done, getting next. And it's tiring, it's exhausting, you know, and really important that we as women come together and network and support each other and listen to each other, you know, genuinely listen to each other and grow and be better.
Yeah. So who are some of the individuals that will be spearheading the conference? Someone might want to know. Because Rachel said we have some powerful speakers, but we don't know who they are.
Well, the first person we have who is going to do the team on finance is Miss Livingston Andel. I think everybody knows her very well in our community. She was the former CEO of Ariza, and she did a phenomenal job of converting that credit union into what we know it today. It's so pivotal that we recognize her contribution, and she's still contributing because this is her contribution to the development of women as well. We have Dr. Christopher Williams, you know, a very charismatic, dynamic, diverse individual with so much varying backgrounds, you know. But one of the things he deals with is trauma and people in trauma and people who are trying to better themselves through different mediums, you know, of therapy, hands-on, and practical ways of dealing with your day-to-day situations. We have a young lady in Mrs. Tanya Alexis Francis, dynamic, you know, very young, lawyer, daughter of the soil, but she lives in St. Lucia. I think one of the few lawyers that can practice in a few Caribbean islands, you know. She has forged a path in doing human rights work with the CCJ and different, even recently with the Treaty of Chaguaramas. So it's a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of people who are grassroots, who have gone through the struggle, who have bettered themselves and understand what can be done, you know, impart their knowledge, their experiences onto us, because I'm looking forward to listening to what they have to share. I mean, just speaking to them one-on-one, I'm always blown away. There's always something that they can leave me with. And I want people to come with an open mind to listen and to learn to make themselves better.
Awesome. Sounds great. Too bad I can't be there.
You can. What's stopping you?
Well, you say. Come on now.
You can come in your capacity.
What do you say, Risha?
I said you can come in your capacity.
Oh, in my capacity. Okay. So you're trying to give me a trick way to be there. I like that. I can literally come take some photos and sit in.
There you go.
Yeah, with your permission.
There you go.
Okay, Richard, it seems as though you're singing better. I adjusted something on your screen, but let me just find it from Norika, my friend. Is it coming through better now? So she'll tell me in a bit. She'll hear this in about 28 seconds. All right. So, Carlene, we just kind of give us a brief overview of everything in terms of the place, the time, venue, same thing, price of ticket, whatever else people need to know? Would it be any giveaways? Anything besides just the knowledge? You know Grenadians already,
Oh,
right?
well, you give away all the fun stuff.
Just asking. You have you have to tell me.
So the day is Saturday, 28th of March. The place to be will be Gateway Assembly on the Point Salines Road as the famous SSU Corner or infamous SSU Corner in Grenada. The start time is 9 a.m. We will have a lovely meet and greet, some tea and some coffee and, have some little sharing and get to know each other. We start networking. We also have some local vendors, some women with some really lovely talents, book writers and jewelers and all the lovely crafts, local teas, things that women like. And then obviously we get into the day from 10 o'clock. Lunch is included in the ticket prices. Individuals are $175. If you are a group of 4 or more, it is $150 per person. Students, once you have an ID, is 100 EC. That also includes lunch. All right. So it's also important for young women who are just 15 in college, something like that, high school.
Okay.
It's a conversation that they should take part because one of the speakers, Mrs. Andel, speaking about starting with the end in mind. And if you're 15 or you're in college and you're not thinking about retirement, sooner or later, like me, you're over 40, and you say retirement, what is that? But we never have the conversation from high school or college. Nobody's having a conversation of how to begin with the end in mind. And I think that's critical in life. All right, so young people, 15 and over, it's a place to be. It's a place to be. And I just say, come on out and be open-minded. There is goodies, there is door prizes, there's all of the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our focus in when we are communicating is what you actually going to gain as an individual to bring you into your purpose and into your power. That is our driving force here. We want you to come open-minded and take a load and go and make yourself better.
Awesome. So, Rachel, I know you have something in your mind.
It's the importance of sharing, and it's the coming together that we don't do enough. These are conversations like you started saying that International Women's Day is gone, and we kind of doing it at the end, but these conversations have to be ongoing. And it would be lovely for International Men's Day in November. Do another one, or we can have a joint one at some time. But it's really important that when it comes to the things that work together because we're not islands. We have to be work together. So all of the women that are there will be, as Carly said, going away laden with the knowledge, information, support, networks that they can go back to their villages. Because one of the talks is called It Takes a Village. Go back to their villages, go back to their families, go back to their work stronger and more equipped to deal with some of the everyday stuff that gets thrown at us.
And I know in recent times, even today, I heard some disturbing news, especially with young men who seem to don't know their purpose, and I would say they are misusing their purpose, especially where young ladies are concerned. In recent times, we have seen and heard so many sad stories. They are literally reality, right, at our doorsteps here in Grenada. How do you guys plan to address such? Because I think it takes two hands to clap, and sometimes young ladies, they are not trained, or maybe they're just maybe ignorant when it comes to being able to spot, danger. Sometimes I believe what happens is that their need overrides that ability. So men sometimes, in the vulnerable, they look at the vulnerability of these young ladies, and they deal with it. But just as you said, it's like a chain reaction. So if one young lady finally get it, I believe maybe everybody around her would not get it, but it will be able to spread to another person that you have a purpose. This morning I was speaking to a young lady, and I asked her a question. I said to her, "What is your purpose?" And then she looked to the sky and she couldn't say. And I asked her, "Who are you?" And then she was like, "I don't know." Then I asked her, "Are you lonely?" And then she's like, "No." But when I asked her, "Are you lonely again?" and I kind of break it down for her, then she was able to understand and she got very quiet. No, these are three simple, powerful questions. And when a young lady gets to know her purpose, or even a young man, your modal operandum changes. The way how you function is not the same. You know, it's not about pride per se, but it's about pride per se. If you get me, not the selfish kind of pride, but the way how you carry yourself, the things you allow in your space and the things you disallow. So I'm not sure what you guys have in the pipeline for, you know, anything to do.
Rachel, you want to take the one first?
Yeah, I think it's important as well. I mean, those are three powerful questions. And it's important to understand as well that our purpose can change. And so that age you don't know what your purpose is. Some of us are just figuring out our purpose at 40s and 50s. So what is important though is that is line that's the sum of the five people who you surround. And this is where you look at who do you spend your time with, who are you speaking to, who are you network with. And this is one of the main things as we did this, because there are so many people who are lost, who are isolated, who are probably lonely, who know they are meant for more, but aren't plugged in to the people, the networks who can help them. And so even for the young people who may not know what their purpose is, the purpose is here so that you can link it with people who have interest at heart. The people who can support you. And this is why it's open to women and young, so all ages come together so that we can learn from each other. Because you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you still don't know everything, and there's a lot to learn based on how things change. And then younger people also learn from the older ones. The most important thing is us getting together, network, collaborating, and knowing you can pick up the phone to when you need support. And so that's why I said that the more we can have conversations is the better.
Yeah, I like this simple thing you said. To me, carries a lot of weight because just as everything you said, what I'm taking is know who to pick up the phone and call when you're in a situation. Because that's a starter for many problems. But Colleen, go ahead.
No, you're very right. Networking is important. It's a word that's used a lot, and people kind of take it to be only for the business world. You know, if you want to network so you could get an investor and blah, blah, blah. But network means knowing who to call when you have a situation. Whatever the situation is, you have someone in your back pocket, so to speak, that you can pick up the phone and say, "This is my situation. What do you think I should do?" And that trust and that confidence that you can have, that you can confide in this person and ask this question, is what is critical in our society, because internet ain't teaching you nothing, right? It's not. There is a lot of information, but is it the right information that you need to make a decision that is critical to your life right now? And I want us to understand that having a conference such as this opens up the door for you to be able to get the right answers and to be associated with the right people to support you in your journey. And I think people say, "Oh, you're having a women's conference," but what does it really mean? It means creating a safe place where you can get credible information to make important life-changing decisions. And I think people don't place enough value on that word network when it comes down to their self and what decisions they need to make in a personal sense. And that is missing in the equation of life in Grenada. And I do hope people take advantage of this forum. You really come out with your sisters, make it a day. It's not a day at the beach, but it's a day that can change your life.
Yeah.
So come out.
Well, one of the things for me is that I love the fact that you're, catering to the younger generation. And I heard you said as, low as age 15, because a lot of times you find, the word conference seems to make the younger one feel like these are some business women who already made it in life, trying to come in a space or be in a space and, tap each other on the back.
Gloat in the glory. No, it's not about that. It's really not about that. And there are different niches for that. There is different niches. There is different empowerment things you can go to for specific reasons.
Right.
But this opportunity is really about providing you critical information in this society. As I said, we started to think about this since November.
Yeah.
So we didn't just get up one morning and say we want to do this. This is purpose driven. It's purpose driven because we realize that there is a need in the society to have a safe space where this kind of information and dialogue and discussion can happen, and people can bridge gaps, build bridges, network, all of the good stuff. We need it, and we need more of it. So we need lots more of it.
I think that's what's missing in our country, both for men and women. But it's sad because, you see, it is not exciting to the flesh. You see, it is doing something more for the mind. And it seems as though people get bored by that. And that's because maybe that is not accustomed. But I think it's something that is absolutely, like I would say, maybe we should change the way we view things. Maybe we should become more hungry for knowledge that will help us to elevate ourselves in lives. And so doing, elevate others around us. And the more informed we are about things, because you would think, like, if you mentioned someone will be coming to speak about finances and so forth. And I have 2 young boys. I try to make it a habit once a week to talk to them about finances. Right? I've started that recently. So once a week, I'll let them listen to a video and we'll talk about finances, how to manage it, how to be a good steward of what you have. Because if I don't teach them, they will grow up with their own mindset. So like I asked one of my sons, or both of them, if you have $20, what would you do with it? So because of the conversation we had prior to that question, they were pondering a little while as to what the response would be. I guess they're trying to give the right response.
Yes.
So,
let's go and buy KFC.
No, amazingly, one said, I'll save 15 and I'll invest 5. The other one said, well, I'll do 10 for investment and I'll save. So then I didn't stop there. Ask the question, why? No, it may sound as a simple thing, but I'm speaking to the same person today, for example, who's 27 years old, and then they want a car. And I'm like, why do you want a car first? Do you have any asset? Do you have a land? Or why not invest that same money into your education, which will in turn build you as a person and give you some value in the marketplace, which later on you can use to acquire more. And it may sound simple, but unfortunately, most people run after KFC, as Colin said. And my sons call it killing foolish children. Cardin, sorry, and yeah, if you eat KFC,
no,
I'm just saying that's a house thing, right? Rachel.
None over here.
Anyway, if you guys want to eat your KFC, don't let us stop you, all right?
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
fried chicken.
I love your food choices of the podcast.
No, but you see, the thing is, Justin, what you're doing there is truly remarkable, and this is what, again, it goes back to why we're doing a conference, because parents, one
Yeah.
of the topic is parenting, because the hard conversations, the unpopular conversations, don't happen. It doesn't happen in our household. No one speaks about saving. Nobody speaks about investment. Nobody speaks about. That's why they beginning with the end in mind. What are you going to do when you're 40? What are you going to do when you're 45? When you're 50? What's going to happen to you? What about your funeral? Nobody wants to talk about burial. Somebody got to bury you. And you speak about parenting, but having a conversation like what you just have is critical. Nobody speaks about morality or sexuality or any of these conversations in your household. Why you should do this? Why you shouldn't do that? Why does this make sense? Why does that make sense? Just having a dialogue with your children, your charge, you could be a guardian, is enlightening them as to why they should go a certain way. And then it becomes easier for them to make decisions in the long run. But again, the conversations are not happening. So we are in crisis. All right?
Well, I think they are, but it's just that people don't seem to be interested in it. Or maybe it needs to be brought on a level for, young boys, young girls to be interested in it. You know what I mean? Because the world is a very busy place. There's so many distractions. You know what I mean? Like your phone, your tablet, your computer, everything asking for your attention. And the day if you're not intentional with yourself, you will find yourself like this. You're bouncing around the place. Your ears, your eyes, it's just something always calling you. Look at me. Talk to me. And teaching young ladies to focus is important, because when they're not focused, everything and anything draws their attention, and they go in no way very, very, very fast. So I believe it is a very good thing. I want to encourage you guys to try to get into the schools if you can, some way, somehow, to, or if what crossed my mind earlier on was, it'd be so nice if someone older than you are, an older woman can probably sponsor a younger woman, or
Yes.
or if not that, at least try to influence the younger woman to be there, because it may be the start of something wonderful for them. So if you're a mother and you're listening, you have a 15-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old or above daughter, that's a good birthday gift to give to them, rather than giving them, that great lump sum of money to go just waste the time buy clothes. Not saying clothes are not important, but the point I'm making is education is a wonderful gift you can give. And I'm hearing from you in this at the Pivot Conference. It will be vast, it will be huge, it will be, not just the prizes you get, but when you leave there, your mind will be, transformed. You start thinking more about yourself and the decisions and choices you have to make as you go forward in your life, So I think you guys are doing an awesome job, and I just hope and pray it goes successful. I hear what Rachel told me, so when I show up, don't say what is man doing here. She said it.
She said it, and I agree with her too.
Yeah, she said it. Yeah. So anything on your mind that you want to share, and we'll connect another time again. And I hope probably the next time we connect, if you guys can probably talk about something in particular, and then you just talk about the conference. So if you want to, And Richelle, maybe you should come by the studio.
I will
so
do.
you hear you a little clear, and you can have a wonderful discussion. Maybe I'll talk to my wife so she'll join you guys, and you could have a beautiful discussion on something in particular, and then we maybe, I don't know, you will decide, Colin. Yeah.
Yes, we will put our heads together and something that will definitely. It's always about a lift them nines. If you're, what the old people used to say.
I don't
Take
know
your
many
mind
things.
out of the gutter.
Yeah.
They always used to say that. I didn't understand what my grandmother used to tell me. She
What?
always give me a little ring. Take your mind out of the gutter.
What does that mean?
Just leave that there.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
No, it's about positivity, about your focus. What is getting your attention?
Okay.
Really. She always enforced that, get a book and read. What are you sitting down there staring at? Go and read out your book. Read your book. So it's always about how you occupy your mind, what you put into your mind. Is what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah. And it's good. Let's see. Bad company curbs good character. And if you are actually the type of person as a young lady that are wrong progressive young ladies, your friends influence you one way or the other. And if they're positive and they're onto something in their lives, you don't want to get left. But if you are wrong, both types of person, whichever one has a stronger influence, and most times the negative friends tend to have the stronger pull. So you have to learn to detach yourself as a young lady. In my life as a young man, I had to do that at some point in my life in order to be who God wanted me to be. If I had stayed around the same company, there's no way it would have worked. Because when you look at the guys I used to be chilling with,
you feel sad.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're not good guys, but it's just that the decision and the choices we were making at the time, there's no way that would have been able to elevate my life. So I had to pull away. Yep. All right, Richelle, let me give you a minute to give us some final remarks, and also we'll give Colin that just after.
I think just understanding as well that like you said, young people can easily influence, but also the understanding that you too have influence, that you have power, and how you use it. So it's really important to look at what your purpose is, what is your why. Where are you going? And look at you have influence over others, and how are you using it? How do you hold the power that you have to support others in a positive way as well? So we're encouraging everybody to calm down. Every woman but down on the topic and join us. And it's not the end of it. This is just in and of this type of conversation.
Awesome. Colin, as you give your final remarks, also let someone know how they can get in contact with you, or where they can find a ticket if they need some more information, if they need a group to come, whatever. If might give them a better price, maybe $80 if a group of 10 comes. I don't know, just saying.
You like to put me on the spot all the time, huh? Yes. In terms of tickets, you can go to FET online. Physical tickets are available. You can WhatsApp 403-9928, and you can get some physical tickets. They are also available at the spa in the mall, Spice Isle Retreat and Spa, right next to Flow. So you can get physical tickets there also. Yes. If there is a huge group that wants to come and take up the whole thing, sure, no problem. We can talk, But we do have the four persons and over at 150. But of course, if there's a larger group of 20 persons or something like that, we can definitely look at it. Just send us a WhatsApp, and we just want to encourage people to come. It's not that's just it. So if you do have a large group, maybe your church ministry wants to come, a class of one school wants to come. We did circulate those invites to schools as well. The email address is the collective at gmail.com. We do have Instagram as well and Facebook, so you could reach out on those as well. The Collective, both Instagram and Facebook. So you can reach us on those as well. But WhatsApp is 403-9928, just in case you missed it. It's also on the flyers. My final closing remark is that your choices define you. Your choices define you. You can choose to be close to negative energy, or you can be close to positive energy. That's your choice. At the end of the day, your choices define you, and no one makes a choice but you.
Yeah, and that is it.
That is it.
Yeah, you just, it can be more far from, it's not a lie, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I stand here to endorse this message. All right, so guys, I want to say thank you for taking this last approximately 50 minutes to chat with me here today. And the advert is on our radio station, it's playing, and on our Facebook page. I'll share that around in a few groups just the same. I guess all the information is on the flyer, so anyone needing to reach out, they can do so. And I guess I'll see you again in 2 weeks.
See you again in 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Justin. Everyone have a blessed evening and be safe out there.
All right. So God bless you guys. Rachel, God bless you. See you when I see you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I was begging for a miracle, Daddy. I wasn't too sure if you heard me, but you threw for me. And I wonder why you keep giving me grace. Didn't you do that already? Man, there's something about your love itself to this world, and it's holding me steady. And to be honest, I don't like asking you for nothing, but you say nonsense, use my father. You take care of me. And when the pressure turn up inside, drop on my knees and pray, then you show up like a boss, and all I can say is you keep blowing my mind. Fearful left, right, and center, can't escape your love, I surrender. You take my breath away. You keep blowing my mind. Every day you is my defender, wrecking Satan's agenda. You give me victory. My heart will say, oh, 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 oh. My heart will say, look at the man, they say had 3 months to live, but that was 3 years ago. And look at the sister with the 3 kids that used to sell at the side of the road. Now she got her own store. And look at the boy the teachers give up on, said that he will never learn. Yeah. Now my boy got his first degree. His life is a testimony of what you're doing, what you're doing. And it's so crazy, we think we know you, but we don't have a single clue. All the things you did in the past is a glimpse of what you're about to do. When the pressure turn up